Hey guys, welcome to another Rogue video. I'm Jamie G. Homies on the Scryer's US realm. I've been getting a lot of requests lately for a rotation video and a spec video, so here you guys go. Right now my main spec is Assassination. I switched over, so all my gems are wrong for combat, but I'm going to show you the rotation anyway. My combat gear is a lot better gear score. It's a 3,100 gear score. WoW Heroes, so it's a lot better. The current combat spec, the best combat spec as of patch 3.3.3.3.3.3.3.3 is 2051. Take a look at the talents there. If you want to go for it, go for it. It is a gear dependent spec, and it is eviscerate spam, so you're not going to use rupture at all. And it is very dependent that you keep slice and dice up at all times. You're going to use instant poison for your main hand, so if you're still using wound poison in this spec, here's your check. You better switch it. And deadly poison for your offhand, of course. If you're not doing that, you're kooky. The rotation is simple, but your DPS is going to be based upon how you use the cooldowns. You have 3 cooldowns: Adrenaline Rush, Blade Flurry, and Killing Spree. I usually start out with a Garrote to get a bleed damage on him and get a combo point. I build up to 5 combo points, and then I do a 5 combo point slice and dice. I then pop all my cooldowns besides Killing Spree. So my Trinket, my Adrenaline Rush, and my Blade Flurry. What Adrenaline Rush does is it increases your energy regeneration rate by 100%. Blade Flurry increases your attack speed by 20%. Then I continue that, and when my Adrenaline Rush runs out, I try to get a Killing Spree off while the Blade Flurry is still active to get a couple extra hits in. I get back up to 5 combo points, do another slice and dice when it runs low. When it's below 10 seconds and you're in the middle of a rotation where you have got probably like 2-3 combo points, you want to get to that 5 and get it built back up. So again, my DPS isn't going to be great because I am all attack power, not combat spec anymore. I went to Assassination for my main spec. So I did hit around 6k, but I didn't do a long rotation, and so that's dependent right there on my cooldowns. My cooldowns hit high DPS when you don't do long rotations. I can't fit a long rotation in this video with doing both rotations, so this is what you get. The glyphs I use for combat are Glyph of Eviscerate, which increases your critical strike chance of your Eviscerate by 10%. And I use Glyph of Killing Spree, which minuses the cooldown of your Killing Spree by 45 seconds. This is a great glyph. I use Killing Spree all the time. It's a great DPS boost. Also, Glyph of Sinister Strike. Anytime you crit with a Sinister Strike, you have a 50% chance to add an extra combo point. This is a must when using combat spec. Now to Assassination spec. You want to use a slow dagger in your main hand, a 1.8, and a fast one in your offhand. Ideally you want a 1.40, but I have a 1.50, the drop-off 25-man Old War XT, the Golem Shard Spiker thing. Anyway, I don't have my 4-piece yet, so I'm not doing the highest DPS I can. I just switched to Assassination yesterday. The current spec is 58.18.2. You can pause anytime and check this out if you want to spec this way, or you can look it up somewhere. It's all over the internet. I just kind of wanted to slow it down in case you guys wanted to take a look. So this is different from the 51.13.7 because you're going to go down and you're going to get the lightning reflexes, and you're going to get all 5 in close quarters combat. The difference with this spec is you're only going to have 2 in Relentless Strikes, which means you're going to have less energy regen. Now, you want to use Instant Poison for your main hand and Deadly Poison for your offhand. This one is dependent on keeping Slice and Dice up and Hunger for Blood up at all times. Basically, your only cooldown to use is the Cold Blood which gives you a 100% chance to crit on your next offensive ability. So I start out with a Garrote, I get a Slice and Dice up, I get a Hunger for Blood up, and I go on with my rotation. This rotation is in Venom spam. So what you do is you get 4 to 5 combo points, and then you envenom. Now this time I did 5 because I wanted to use my Cold Blood. And usually I save my Cold Blood for when I'm going to do an envenom because it's the highest DPS. You know, I'm not going to waste a Cold Blood on a Mutilate. This one is dependent on keeping the Hunger for Blood up, so it's ideal to have a Fury Warrior, a Hunter's Pet, or a Feral Cat DPS, Feral Bear in the group to put bleed effect. If not, you're going to have to throw like a 1 combo point Rupture up once in a while to get your Hunger for Blood back up. Once you have the Slice and Dice up in this spec, it's not that hard to keep it up, because every time you envenom it refreshes it. So as long as you're keeping an eye on your Hunger for Blood, this is a very easy spec. You want to use your Cold Blood on as many envenoms as you can. This is a way better sustained melee DPS for the Rogue. It's tons better for, you know, just keeping a steady DPS, whereas Combat is in bursts. You'll be hitting 5k and then you'll burst and hit 10k and then you'll go back down to 5k. This is a sustained, you know, around, like if I was an ICC I'd probably be hitting 10k with this spec, and even more when I get my 4-piece. Glyphs are Glyph of Mutilate, reduces the cost of Mutilate by 5 energy. Glyph of Hunger for Blood increases the bonus damage of Hunger for Blood by 3%. That is a very important glyph. And Glyph of Tricks of the Trade. This increases the damage bonus of Tricks of the Trade and how long it lasts for threat reduction. I use Tricks of the Trade with another Rogue in my 10-man, so we trade off back and forth with Tricks of the Trade at the same time and give each other bonus damage. A good macro to use for this is the first line, number sign, show tooltip, Tricks of the Trade on the first line, then you hit enter and you do second line, /cast, and then target equals your target, whoever your target is, and then Tricks of the Trade after that. Also, you guys, I want you guys to check out this guy's channel. He's got really good videos. His name is Shaman Hobbs, and I've been watching his videos. We're going to be sponsoring each other and going to be trying to share some subscribers, so I want you guys to check him out. Thanks guys for watching. Please stay tuned, and hopefully I'll be downing the Lich King soon. Check you guys later.